What I'm talking about is Christmas gifts. I'm going to give you all of my best Christmas gift ideas for every woman over 40. These are all things that I use myself and I love. Christmas is not about gifts. Sure, I know that. But when you get a thoughtful Christmas gift that shows that somebody is really considering your needs and feelings, it feels good. And how many generic lotion sets and I Love Mom mugs does someone need? And I think that's the main problem, is that we've gotten a lot of those generic, thoughtless gifts. And after 40, we're just like, I don't need anything. But it's not true. You would love a thoughtful gift. Let's talk about what I think are thoughtful gifts for women over 40 this year. I'm not saying it would be a good idea to get your wife or your mom a vacuum cleaner for Christmas. But what I am saying is that if you know that there's something they like to do a lot, like cooking, you could replace an item that they use that is subpar with something that is excellent. And this is something that changed my life. This thing's called the Always Pan. And I didn't really get it at first, like why I needed this pan. But it's got a nonstick coating that is non-toxic. And I can cook eggs in this thing. I can cook pancakes. All of a sudden, I'm a better cook. It comes with its own little wooden spatula holder. It's just an excellent pan. And I think I know why they call it the Always Pan, because I always use it. It's always the one I reach for. You're the gifter, they're the giftee. I think if your giftee is using nonstick toxic cookware, that could be an excellent gift to replace something that's actually harming them. And it will make their life easier. So just one more kitchen gift. One thing that I was doing was cutting with knives that were not sharp, and it was affecting the way my food was coming out and the joy that I get out of cooking. So I got myself a really nice knife. This one's from Quince. I needed something for fruit cutting that was going to stay super sharp. I actually keep it in the box so that it stays super sharp, doesn't touch other knives. And that sort of thing can really make someone's life a lot easier. Another thing you can do that would be super thoughtful is create a gift basket out of super useful items that nobody likes to buy. And for an older woman, it should include arnica gel. Arnica gel is like the most helpful thing to have around if you bruise easily or if you're a little clumsy. My mom could not survive without arnica gel. She kept it around all the time because she was constantly bumping into things. So if you know someone who bruises easily, this is an excellent thing to put in the gift basket. I also suggest protein powder to mix into coffee. Oh, I also recommend putting zinc tablets in there, and that's something that you can take when you feel like you're getting sick or you want to prevent catching a cold. And elderberry gummies are also very good for immune system support. These are all things that are not exactly fun to spend your money on, but they do improve your life. So the thing about being an over 40 woman is that you do lean a little more into comfort. You still want to be stylish, but you might not have a lot of opportunities to dress up for. And that's where I think this is a really unique gift. How about gifting some super comfy yet stylish and interesting shoes? Like these leopard loafers. Leopard loafers. These super cute shoes from VIVAIA are bunion-friendly, soft, comfy, casual shoes with some spice to them. Check these out. What? I adore this. This is one way where you can add quirky style to your outfits without hardly changing a thing. And they're comfortable. And they're casual. Totally fits in to over 40 needs and wants. And I think that's a very thoughtful gift. No one would ever expect to receive this as a gift. It would be a total surprise. They're soft and squishy, they feel great, they look interesting, and they're machine washable. Remember we just had an entire conversation about making shoes your style personality? You can wear an entirely black outfit and add these shoes, and it will be stylish and cute. And not only loafers, they have pull-on little Chelsea boots, which I think are a great idea. A lot of us don't want to deal with tying things. These really are the most comfortable Chelsea boots. Now, this is where it gets interesting. They're made of fabric. Guess what you can do? This is a great gift to give someone who has a lot of brooches, because you can put these on your fabric boots and decorate them up. And maybe someone doesn't have a lot of brooches, but you could pick up a couple at your local consignment shop and give them with these boots. And suddenly you have sparkle boots, and you could add as many or as little as you want. Don't you just love that little crab? Adorable. So I think that these are a super interesting gift. Not only do we have pull-on boots, so we're not fiddling around with tying, and they're comfortable, and they're walkable, and decoratable. Need I say more? This video is sponsored by VIVAIA, so I have an exclusive discount code for you if you are interested in these very cute and comfy shoes. I definitely suggest you check out their Black Friday sales. It's going to be the very best price. I really have been loving these leopard ones with everything. You would think that quirky shoes would be hard to style, but they're so easy. You could even just wear this with your jeans and sweatshirts outfits, your jeans and tanks. So, if you've been looking at VIVAIA's shoes, I kind of feel like this Black Friday deal is a no-brainer. It really is that easy. So speaking of wanting to be comfy but stylish, you might also want to check out for your giftee a pair of pants from Halara. They're made of super stretchy material, and maybe even a pair of their stretchy jeans, because everybody likes to wear jeans. Nobody likes to feel like they're being cut in half by stiff, heavy jeans. These are the softest, stretchiest jeans. It's like you're wearing leggings, and I think they look great too. So those are definitely worth checking out as a unique gift. So let's talk about, for the woman who really truly does have everything, then you're going to want to look at gifting experiences. Experiences can range from free to cheap to expensive. I would like to suggest that a very special experience would be tickets to the symphony. And 2 tickets because you're going with them, because sometimes people don't have someone to go with. And when you say, these are for us to go to the symphony, what you're saying is, you matter to me, my time with you is important and fun. Okay, suppose you don't have a symphony in your area. You could also get tickets to the local theater. That's often not as expensive as going to a big symphony or the ballet. Local theater shows can be highly entertaining and a really fun night out. Another experience that would be really unique is if you have like an international food market near you. And you'd have to write this in a card, but it's kind of like a trip to the international food market. And we look for interesting foods that then we are going to take home and cook and try. And you set a budget and you spend it, and it's a really good time. And you get to try new foods, and you get to have a really interesting time just looking at the foods, and then you have a very interesting time tasting the new foods. It's always fun. And who knows, maybe that becomes an every year kind of thing that somebody really looks forward to. Here's something that is really exciting to me. It's a way of adding style without actually having to change anybody's personal style or clothes. It's a tote bag, a shopping tote. I've had these made for my store in these specific fabrics because I thought they were very versatile, lovely, and unique. And I had them made in 3 different patterns that I truly love. I first set out to get myself a nice leopard tote bag after traveling around Paris and seeing the leopard elements that the French girls were adding into their outfits, and I thought, I'm obsessed with getting a leopard tote bag. A shopping bag, because I'm always taking these things to the market, but I wanted one that added style to my outfit. So just think about this. If your giftee has a certain plain style that they're not interested in changing, it could be really interesting for them to go to the market and have this at their side. It's really pretty, and it's like a non-risky way of improving your style out in the world. And suppose your mom does like flowers, but she wants a cooler color. I love this. This is lovely. If you're just wearing like your black puffer coat and boots and you're shopping with this, it's so beautiful. And unlike the IKEA bags that I love and that are too big, these are half the size of an IKEA bag, and they have a zipper, which is totally helpful. And I really feel like scarves, this adds to the beauty of the wearer. That's why I did it. That's why I have them. Links right here and in the description. So maybe your giftee would like to take better care of her skin, but finds skincare routines overwhelming. The one skincare item that I have that I find to be really helpful in condensing all of those steps down is this all-in-one face serum from Cure. And this has the best texture, and it's all-in-one, literally. So what I could do is I could put on 5 or 6 things from The Ordinary in a certain order, and they work great. Or I could use this. So I really feel like this is a great gift. This might not be something that somebody would dive into without knowing how it works. They wouldn't dive into purchasing it. But if you buy it first for them, It could really change their skincare life, and then they would know what to use. And it's not a million steps. It's just one serum that goes under your moisturizer. I find this to be lovely. I would love to get this as a gift. Now, this might be a little bit of a different idea, but I really believe that this is one that changed my life, and that's the gift of self-empowerment. That's the gift of power tools. So if your giftee does not have a power drill or a power screwdriver, this gift can change someone's life. It gives you this sense of, I can do things on my own. I don't have to wait for a partner or a husband or a handyman. I can do things. And if you feel like they are not the type of person to start doing this on their own, you could also recommend several YouTube channels for beginning tool use. And it could really start to spark some independence in people who might really need it. Because I think that there are a lot of women like me who probably could get the job done if they had the right tools. But they don't really want to dive into going out and buying the tools. This would be an excellent gift actually for a daughter or your sister. Someone who's pretty crafty could easily start using power tools. How about giving the gift of comfort that they didn't know they needed? What does that mean? Padded items like a seat pad. I tell you what, I got this seat pad. I inherited it from my mom. I never really thought about seat pads before, but when I brought this thing home and I put it on my kitchen chair and I always sat on it, I just felt so comfortable and so good. And if people stopped over my house and they accidentally sat in that chair, they were like, whoa, what is this? This is great. I love this. A padded seat cover is an excellent gift, and everybody loves it. I also like this padded floor mat that's by my sink. It reduces your foot and leg fatigue when you're at the sink for a long time. It just feels great. So here's something that a lot of people who don't make jewelry don't think about. But when women get older, they can't fiddle around with those tiny little earring backs. And it becomes difficult to put on anything that has a couple of steps up here where you can't see and you have to hold tiny things. I suggest some pairs of earrings that are like huggy style, where the back and the front clasp around your ear and click. That way, even if someone forgets about their earrings and falls asleep, it's not poking them in the head. And you never lose the back to an earring. It's really great arthritis-friendly jewelry. And you can get those in my store right here. Another bit of comfort that they might not know they ever needed is a cashmere duster sweater. It's the easiest thing to throw on around the house. It's like wearing a cashmere blanket. It feels great. But how do you choose one? I like these from Quince because it looks great, feels great, and the price is way cheaper than most other cashmere. So you can do just the duster sweater. It's easy to wear and easy to style. But I highly suggest that if you're going to give a very special gift, like to your mom, and you want her to feel and look great in a casual outfit around the house, these cashmere pants that go with the duster make an excellent loungewear set. A very comfortable and beautiful, classy, elegant around the house set. Does your giftee like gardening? You might want to gift a pair of really cute gardening gloves that are special, or special tools that are beautiful and made for female hands. There's all sorts of cool gardening gifts to give that look beautiful these days. Here's a gift that's absolutely free. So if you know that your giftee listens to music or listens to audio in some form, create a playlist on the platform that they use. Create a playlist of songs that are hits from their teens and 20s. And as they listen to this playlist, they're going to constantly be surprised and have memories of their youth. And it's a very thoughtful gift that costs nothing if you share the same platform. Usually a useful gift that we usually don't buy for ourselves would be some beautiful cards, like blank thank you cards. It's always great to have these around as a quick note to someone. And if they're especially beautiful or feature scenes that are meaningful to your giftee, that's an extra special gift and very useful. And that really is my entire list for now, and I think that that was a lot. That was a lot of ideas. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, VIVAIA, for introducing us to these quirky and cool shoes. Don't forget the Black Friday sale if you're interested in these. You will get the best deals possible. All right, enjoy your moms, sisters, aunts, cousins, grandmas, or yourself this Christmas. Or give a list of these ideas to your family for you this Christmas. I'll see you soon.